Good afternoon. Today is Monday, February 17th, and we have two birthdays. Today is Callie's birthday, so Callie, C-A-L-I, Callie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Callie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Virginia Conyers, C-O-N-Y-E-R-S. Virginia, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Virginia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you both have a great, great birthday today. No anniversaries either, just those two birthdays. But I wanted to ask you for some special prayers for Robert. God knows what they're for. And so if you could give some special prayers for Robert, I would really appreciate it. Also, I wanted to let you know that the prayers that you said for my friend really did work. So now if you could continue praying for a successful recovery, because the surgery was very successful. So I would appreciate that too. What did I do all day? I slept in because, I gotta fix this. Sorry, you're moving around on me. Jim, I told you yesterday Jim wasn't feeling well. I did kind of think it was the elk sausage that he was eating. Not that there's anything wrong with having elk sausage. I personally think it was in the freezer too long, or he left it out on the counter too long while it was thawing or something. I personally thought that's why he got sick, because he had diarrhea really bad Saturday night into Sunday. I told you I kept waking up when he woke up to go to the bathroom, and the whole day it was not progressing any better. And so he was taking like Imodium and stuff, and it just wasn't working. So then last night, about 9 o'clock, I planted the thought in his mind. I'm telling you, your mind is a powerful thing. I didn't mean to plant the thought in his mind, because I really, in my heart of hearts, just really thought it was just, food poisoning of some sort. And I had said, do you think this kind of, because it really did. I said, it kind of has the same symptoms of when you had your bowel obstruction back in October of 23. And he says, well, now that you mention it, this was like at 8 o'clock at night. He said, now that you mention it, I do kind of feel that way a little bit. And so I said, oh, okay. I said, well, we'll see how you feel tomorrow morning. And then at 9 o'clock, he said, I think I want to go to the hospital. So I said, okay. So we went to the hospital, and it was like an emergency room hospital. It's not a hospital. It's not an urgent care. It's kind of hard to describe. They have all the facilities of a hospital, but they transfer you to the hospital if it's something that they can't handle right there. It was kind of like an urgent care, I guess, but it's a little bit a step up from an urgent care. So we get there, and obviously there's nobody there because of the storm we had yesterday. The weather was terrible. The driving wasn't bad because there was nobody on the road. Everybody was not the nuts that we were going out on the road, and which was nice because it made for an easier drive. And we got there probably, I would say about 8:30 or so, 8:45, or maybe 9 o'clock, because I think it was 9 o'clock when he told me. Just before 9 when he said he wanted to go to the hospital. So I think I think it was 9 o'clock, because I remember looking at the clock. It was like 10 to 9. And so then they did a COVID test, and they did all the flu tests for whatever flu virus is going around. And they took his blood pressure, which was high. And so then they sent him in the room, and then because of his heart history, we got taken care of right away because of his heart history. And they did all the exam and that, and all of the tests for all the flus, the different types of flus and the COVIDs all come back negative. And so then they did blood work. They gave him an IV to replenish his fluids, and then they took him down for a CAT scan, which we had to wait 2 hours for the results for that. Thankfully, that came back normal. It just showed things in the intestines that were consistent with diarrhea, which we kind of knew that before we went. So we left the hospital like at 1:30. They actually took a stool sample too, but we don't get the stool sample results back for, they said it takes 24 to 48 hours, and they didn't think we wanted to wait there for the results. No, let's come home. So we came home and got home about 1:30, 1:45, something like that. So I went to bed. So I slept sound. I didn't wake up until I woke up naturally. I didn't even hear Jim get out of the bed, because in the morning I asked him, I said, did you have to get up during the night? Because they gave him some more Imodium. So he took some more Imodium, and then they gave him something at the hospital to kind of calm him down, his stomach down. And he said, no, I woke up at 4, and other than that, I was fine. And I woke up at 10, I think it was, about 10 o'clock, which is a good 8 hours sleep, which usually I don't require that much sleep, so something's going on that I required that much sleep. But I got my 8 hours of sleep in, and he said he only got up one time to go to the bathroom, and then when he got up to go to the bathroom, he took a couple more because they told him he could take a couple more of the tablets that they gave him, and he's fine. So for now, today, he said he doesn't want me to make anything for dinner. Bonus. I didn't really feel like cooking anyhow. So he had some scrambled eggs with some cheese for breakfast because he thought that would bind him up. And then for dinner, he's just going to have a bowl of Rice Krispies because he's trying to eat really kind of light. But he's feeling a lot better today. So he said he's feeling better. So then we got the blood results back this morning on my chart. And everything looks like it's like within the normal range, and anything that said like diarrhea, like because in his tracks, his intestinal tract. So we're determined that it was food poisoning. That's what the doctor kind of thought it was, and she said she wouldn't know for sure until they got the results back from the stool sample, but that's how they treated it. And like I said, he's feeling better today. So, but it's cold outside, and it's cold in the house. It's 14 degrees outside, and it's -3 with the wind chill. It's supposed to go down to below 0 actual temperature tonight. We're not supposed to get any more snow. The kids in this neighborhood are off this week anyhow for their midwinter break, which they probably would have been off anyhow because of the cold. They usually give them a snow day for the cold. So that kind of worked out. I know Sophia's off. Yeah, I think all my grandkids are off for winter break this week. So, and then Brooke is off. She's a teacher, so she's off too. So they're kind of liking that they can stay home and stay warm. And then my house is, I had to turn my thermostat up a little higher than I normally do because it's kind of chilly in here. It's kind of, I'm wrapped up in my blanket. I keep my blanket on me. But, yeah. So today I watched some YouTube videos, and there wasn't that many out there. I watched Kat and Kim. Kat every day. Kim at A Girl on Her Phone. I watched Valerie Reese, Lainey over at Lainey's Life, and Mary Fran at No Excuses. So I watched those videos. I'm pushing Edie's channel once again because Edie needs to get to 1,000 subscribers. So I don't know why you're not watching her. I know a lot of you already watch her, but she has really good content. She's funny. She makes me laugh. She makes me giggle. She puts a chuckle in my day. So if you go over there and you subscribe, just tell her that I sent you. Just say hi, whatever. But subscribe. You won't be disappointed. She doesn't put out a video every day. On Tuesday, she does her weigh-ins. One day a week, she does a full day of eating. At least one day a week, she does a full day of eating. And then, like last week, she was working at the flower shop, and so she was showing us working at the flower shop, getting ready for Valentine's Day. That's not a regular job for her. She just goes in when they need help, extra help, like for fancy holidays. Fancy holidays being like Mother's Day, Easter, Christmas, things like that. Roman, her son, works there all the time. So, but check out Edie's channel. You won't be disappointed. And then what else? And that plane that landed in Toronto upside down. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Imagine this. Picture this. Sicily. What's that from? I'm sure you all know. Picture this. Sicily. I'm not going to tell you anymore. Put it in the comments below what that is from. And tomorrow, if I remember, because we know how that goes, tomorrow I'll let you know. No, I'll probably, at the end of the video, just in case. But no, I'm not. I'm going to be one of them people. You'll have to Google it or something. Picture this. Sicily. That's all you need to know. Anyway, well, picture this, as I'm saying, that you're coming down the runway, which my favorite part of flying, which are the most dangerous parts of flying, is the takeoff and the landing. Those are my favorite. I like when you're sitting in the seat and then all of a sudden you're going back like that. And I like when you're going and then all of a sudden you stop. I love it. I just love it. I know I'm one of those weird people, but those are my favorite. Up in the air, just flying around. Boring. It's like sitting right here. It's like, that's why I understand why people don't like to fly, because they don't like the takeoff and the landing. But once you're up in the air, it's like you're sitting in your living room. You hit a little bit of turbulence sometimes. I understand. But no, I like to fly. I don't have a problem. My only gripe with flying is that they pack you in like sardines. Although that, like I told you, when we went to the cruise, I booked the wrong seats coming home when we were first class. Oh, that's the way to travel. That is the way to travel. I loved it. We did that one other time when we were in Hawaii. When we were was it Hawaii? No, Disney World. We were coming back from Disney World, and there was like a big snowstorm, and there was like a whole hullabaloo going on, and they bumped us up to first class. It was so nice. It was like, this is the way to fly. It was so much. It was like the second time I ever flew. And I remember that the next time I flew, I thought, I'm going to go first class. And then when I saw how much the tickets were, I went, you're back in the peasant section because you can't afford the rich seats. So just get back with the cattle, because that's what you can afford. So that's where I was. The first time I ever flew was with my sister Mary, and Jim was working in Boston, and he was my family in Boston was kind of watching over him. And I remember that Mary sat on my one side and this other guy sat on the other side of me. And Mary was talking to at the time, stewardess. I know they're flight attendants now, but she was talking to the stewardess. And I turned to the guy next to me and I go, this is my first time flying, but let me tell you, if I had a choice, I'd be on the ground right now. And he said, you'll be fine. He said, my favorite part is the takeoff. And so I said, okay, we'll see. At the time, the takeoff was not my favorite part. But then when I knew what to expect, it was fine. Anyway, picture this. You're landing in Toronto from a flight. I think it came from Milwaukee. Or was it Montana? Where was it from? Or was it not Montana? Minnesota? I think it was from Minnesota. It was either from Minnesota or Wisconsin. One of the two. I think it was from Milwaukee, though. Now, it doesn't really matter. But they came down the runway, and they hit a patch of ice, and I guess the anti-skid thing didn't work. Of course, that's early reports. I don't know. And the plane flipped completely upside down. Okay, so imagine this. You're in the plane. It's landed, unfortunately, the wrong way. You're upside down with your seatbelt on. Oh, there's a spider web up on my ceiling. I got to get that. I'm distracted. Anyway, you're upside down with your seatbelt on. The plane is completely dark. You know you've crashed, and you smell smoke. What do you do? I mean, the ceiling it's still not like really high up, but when you think about it, when you're walking, you could probably reach up and touch the ceiling. I've never tried, but I think you can. But you're upside down, and as soon as you undo your seatbelt, you're going to clunk on your head. It's like, and then you got to worry about you're walking on the ceiling to get out of the plane, and you got to worry that there's a fire, and then you got to think, okay, I'm upside down. Is it the right or the left? Because they never give you that on the instructions. They always tell you go this way or go that way or go that way. They don't say go up or go down. They don't ever say that. So, but I guess thankfully there was no fatal injuries, but there's a couple critical injuries. So we'll pray for the safety of everybody that got off that plane. But oh my gosh, that would be so scary. Oh my gosh, that would be so scary. Will it stop me from flying? No. I always think that that's the way you're going to go. You're going to go. You're more likely to be in a car accident than a plane accident. The problem with the plane accident is there's so many people at one time that get hurt or killed that it draws more attention than the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that die every day in a car crash. So way more than like 200 people die in a day from car crashes, which is unfortunate. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm assuming when you see at the end of the year how many fatalities there were from car accidents. Anyway, but on to some better news other than the plane crash. Let me share with you how I did on my weight this week. I had a loss. I lost 3.6 for a total loss of 39.6. I want to get back to the 40s again. I mean, I was in them and then I was out. And then I was in and then I was out. That's another TV show. I can go in, I can go out. I can go in, I can go out. I'll give you that one. That was MASH. You'd have to, Hawkeye was teasing, I don't know if he was teasing BJ or who's the other guy? Trapper John. Because he was confined to the tent. But Hawkeye said, I can go in, I can go out. I can go in, I can go out. I like that. Anyway. So anyway, with my 40s, I've been going in, I've been going out. I've been going in, I'm going to go out. I want to get in them and stay there firmly. I did have that big gain last week. I think I gained 4.7, something like that, or 4.2. I didn't lose my whole 4.4 pounds, at least. That's my point. But I did lose a good portion of it, so I'm really happy with the good portion of that. And I'm going to stay on plan. I do plan on one or 2 days this week sharing my food with you again, because that did seem to work last week. I did have a pretty good weekend, which I think the loss kind of shows that. And just going to do my best to stay on track because the nice weather's coming, even though it's cold today. I know it's hard to believe that it marches like in less than 2 weeks. I think it's a week from Saturday. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's a short month, but oh my gosh, it's just going by so fast. We'll have a couple more snowstorms for the March, but anyway. And I did tell you Jason shoveled my snow again yesterday, so that was nice. But can't think of anything else I really wanted to talk about. I taped the Saturday Night Live. We were going to watch it last night, but then, like I said, we went to the hospital, so I did tape that. So Jim and I are going to watch that tonight. And then we watch Extracted, which is a new show. Oh, I know what I do. So when we left to go to the hospital, you don't really care what I watch. Anyway, when we went to the hospital, I grabbed another book because I did finish that other book yesterday, I told you. So this is the book I'm reading now. And I got pretty much into it last night. Between the doctors and the nurses and everybody coming in and out, I read about 75 pages. But this is longtime police chief Ed Kaepernick is about to retire. Renowned island gossip blonde Sharon is going through a divorce, but when a $22 million summer home is purchased by the mysterious Richardsons, how did they make their money exactly? Everyone in the community are swept up in the high drama. It's very good so far. I do like this author. I think Christy told me that this is the last book of the series about the Nantucket saga going on with the police chief and that. I'm not positive of that, so don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking that's what she told me. So, other than that, I don't have many other plans for today. Thank you for your prayers, all that good stuff. And, yeah, we'll talk again tomorrow. How's that sound? Hopefully I see you then. And don't forget, make sure you check out Edie's channel, Edie's Adventures, and subscribe.